Have you seen the new survey about restaurant owners? It showed 1 in every 2 restaurants are now generating 69% of their sales online, and only 31% sales came from people actually walking into their store. So there is a digital transformation taking place. Now it might be a great news for you as you can make a lot of money online, but it also puts you at a risk of losing almost 70% of your revenue to your online competitors if you're not finding customers or making sales online. Now if you're like most restaurant owners who are using third-party apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub to increase your online revenue, you could be losing $7,500 every month. And here's how. I want you to grab your phone and let's do some quick math together. Let's assume the average sale per customer in your restaurant is $17. That's how much a customer spends in your business. And if you were to Google how many orders an average restaurant gets from Uber Eats, that's between 8 to 60 orders. Let's assume you get 50 orders from Uber Eats or any third-party apps per day. We're going to take 50 orders multiplied by 17, the average sale per customer. That would give you around $855. But you don't get to keep all of it because you have to give 30% commission on each order, if minimum at least 15%. When you multiply by 30% as commission, that's around $255 you lose every single day. Now multiply by 30 to find the average cost per month, that is around $7,650. That's almost a trip to Hawaii, staying there for a month and then coming back. So it doesn't end there. Now multiply by 12 months to find the annual cost. That's almost a Tesla Model S you could have had if you saved money next year. But I understand why most people use these third-party apps. Well, it gives you exposure to a larger audience. There's quick delivery. And quite honestly, without it, you'll be losing 100% of your sales, which is around $25,000 per month. And you have other things to take care of, like staff, which is a rising problem, the food, and then customers. You barely have any time for expanding online. I recommend you read an article on Forbes. It's called Why Uber Eats Will Lead You into Bankruptcy. It explains this idea in detail. So the point is, you want to make more money from the online transformation without losing money to these apps. Or marketing agencies who brag about getting visits and clicks, but no revenue or sales. Now, if you want to grow your online sales or just your business in general, to achieve financial freedom, free time, or a trip to Hawaii, I want to share a model with you. My name is Hassan Dawood here in New York City. Me and my co-founder, we came up with a startup that helps a restaurant double its sales by selling food online. We call it the virtual restaurant model, building you an e-commerce store that works as opening up another location, which generates new revenue from your online customers, giving restaurant owners two sources of income, originally just from people walking into your store, to now online sales that come from your own e-commerce brand. By bringing in customers through marketing to your online store and getting sales with payment gateways installed, a full-end service. And since it's an online store, the location becomes irrelevant. You can sell food to whomever you want, with an access to 100,000 people who are going to be on your fingertips, people who live near your location and we know are interested in your food. So this is the perfect audience. Everything is calculated so you don't waste any money in bringing in new customers with a step-by-step process. As of right now, over 23,000 restaurants are taking orders like this. And this model made around $17,000 a day in sales for one of the clients during the COVID. All the testimonials are on our website. You can go check it out yourself. And it makes sense. After the pandemic, more people started spending time online, as the screen time rose from 2.7 hours a day to almost 8 hours a day. All they were doing was buying things online. It's the same reason why giants like Amazon exploded during the pandemic. The CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, his income increased by $72 billion in just the first few weeks of the pandemic. That's why it's the perfect opportunity for you to make your restaurant online too. Turn your restaurant into like a tech company and make money with them. Now I'm sharing with you this model after having a strong proof of concept. After collecting market feedback by talking to different restaurant owners from Manhattan, Long Island, Queens, New Jersey, listening to their needs and wants and then improving this model to meet them. I've talked to restaurant owners who spend $40,000 a month in rent to almost just $2,000 in rent. And from spending $1,000 on courses to learn from internet entrepreneurs like Kevin David, Hayden Bowles, Sam Owens, people who make millions of dollars on a monthly basis. But something that taught me the most to improve this model was working with Tristan Larson. He's the CEO of top food marketing agencies at Ordering Ads. He's now on his way to become a billionaire. I wish him the best luck. But he was featured on Yahoo Finance, the Daily Moss, the Foodable Network LLC, Business Chef, you name it. He even had clients like Famous Dave, people who make almost 500,000 a year revenue to almost $500 million. So we've handled all kinds at ordering ads. And after that, I moved on to write my own book called Alchemy of Success, sharing all the lessons I had learned from working with different business people. Now I want to clear all confusion for you so you can make a better decision. One of the things I got a lot from talking to different restaurant owners was, why would customers prefer to buy from my online store when they can just go to Uber Eats and buy from there? Isn't it easier for them? Well, not really. There was a survey done by Sense 360 and they found 63% of consumers prefer to order directly from the restaurant site versus only 18% who prefer third parties. And there's obvious reason to that. Other than they like to support their local business, there are more fees for both parties, as high as 30% per order for a restaurant owner, and for customers they have to pay extra fees. You can try right now on your phone. And on your own store, the customers have better experience as the whole restaurant is on their fingertips, and you have way more options and control over your customers. Let's say there's 100 visitors, they visit your website. You have the power to make 100,000 people who look like those 100 people and then sell food to them who will be near your location. That's the power of lookalike audience. You should search it up. It's a very powerful tool. Now, as of right now, 67% of the people in the US buy online and then pick up in store. But you don't have to stop Uber Eats. You can have multiple sources of income. You can be getting money from Uber Eats, your physical location, people walking the store, and then from your e-commerce store. The key is you're the one who want to have all the cards in your hand and not depend on anybody else to grow your business. And as one of the other things I came up with this virtual restaurant model was a unique price model. The price is designed to meet your budget. I remember my uncle, he ran a restaurant in Manhattan, but later he had to close down because of the high rent of $10,000 a month. So imagine if I went there to help him and he really wanted the virtual restaurant model but didn't have the budget. And on top of that, if I said, now you must have at least 6 months of contracts, how absurd that would be. That's why we keep everything under the budget by applying a formula I made. And there are no binding contracts, so zero risk for you. But at the same time, you should know it's a high quality service that is unique to meet your business needs. So it might not be a good fit if you have no. Now you might be thinking, well, this sounds too good to be true. But if you watch the audit, I go over all the processes in step by step, and I go more in detail in the customized presentation that comes when you fill out a short survey. I try my best to remove as much suspicion as possible so you make clear choices for your business. And when we get started with Access Me 24/7, the relationship turns more like into a partnership and friendship. The more you win, our company's success is proportionate to it. Because if you're not making money, we're fired. Sometimes we even become closer friends. I even remember one of my friends, he had a client, his cat got lost and he told him to run ads for him to find it. You get the point. Now if you're interested, I recorded an audit explaining how the virtual restaurant model can help your business in detail to make it easy for you to understand as a restaurant owner. We also share how to achieve your revenue goals with a formula and sales process sheet to bring in new and repeat customers for your business. So make sure to check it out at brandnr.com. Now if you have any questions, you can send me an email at brandrestaurants@gmail.com, or me or my team can reach out to you at your location, or we can set up a Zoom call and discuss more about your business.